Hello, this is Jacob Briggs, and I am here with my Project Milestone 2 video. The first thing is that the tank still moves and shoots like it does in Milestone 1. So, it's still able to shoot with a cooldown, and the other tanks will move as well. Um, the game includes at least 4 tank controllers, or AI tank controllers. Um, In my scripts and controllers, I have the input controller, the regular AI controller, then an aggressive, cowardly, stationary, and waypoint AI controller, and they can also be seen here. Um, uh, the AI tank personalities detailed in a text file. My text file detailing them is in my project. It's in my assets. It's right here. And it just kind of gives a brief overview of what they do. And then they have different uh, finite state machine. So waypoint, it patrols and then it will chase. And what it does in patrol, it just moves between waypoints. And then in chase, it goes and it tries to chase the player and shoot them. Um, the stationary, he has a turn or a spin where he stays in place and spins around trying to find the player. And if he sees him, he starts shooting. Um, and the cowardly, he has an idle. He'll stay in one spot at the beginning, and um, when the player gets close, he'll start to flee. Uh, and then if he's in flee and his health drops below whatever is set, which I have it set to half health, he'll go into chase mode instead, and he'll try to attack the player. And it's the opposite of the aggressive one, which starts an idle, and if the player gets close, then they start to chase. And then if he drops between what I have set as max health, he starts to flee instead. So that's the chase, flee, and patrol behaviors right there. The hearing is if the player gets too close, they'll turn and start to move towards them. And then the field of vision is mostly seen in the stationary, because he sends out a ray cast or a sphere cast, and if the player is inside of that, then he starts shooting. Um, then the AI and player tanks have the same components except for controller. So the player tank, data, mover, shooter, input controller, and then tank health. Aggressive has tank health, aggressive AI controller, tank data, mover, shooter, um, AI controller, tank shooter, mover, data, health, controller, shooter, mover, data, health, controller, shooter, mover, data, health. And they all have the same ones. Unique FSM, they all have a different one, as I showed earlier. All movement behaviors expanded to use object avoidance. So what I have right now is the kind that we used in class, where if they sphere cast hits a wall, then they stop and they start to turn. And it's a little clunky with the environment I have set up, so I'm hoping to like adapt it to work better. But as of right now, you can mostly see it in the waypoint AI here. He'll move, and when he gets close, he stops and he turns, and then he starts moving back towards where he's supposed to be going, and then he'll stop and he'll turn because he hits a wall. Yeah, it's a little messed up, but I'm hoping to change it so that that fixes itself, or change it in a way where it works better with what I have. Um, and then the game manager exists. The game manager is still the same as it has been. I don't actually have it open. It exists. It creates the player and sets them so that they have the input. Um, and then bug error free. There's no bugs. The only thing that could be considered a bug is just how the obstacle avoidance works. Comments, I just have simple comments that kind of just tell what these things do. Project organization, I have in assets I have objects, which is I need to move what's in prefabs over to objects just because it would make more sense. And then scripts, I have game manager. Oops, that should also not be in here. My bad. Tank scripts, I have the tank. What starts with tank? Controllers, which are all the different controllers. Input, AI, and then I have the bullets scripts, which actually do damage and such. See, since he saw me, he's gonna stop and he's gonna start shooting. So is this guy. So if I hit him, he's gonna start fleeing now. And then if I hit him 4 times, oops, I might have missed. Then he gets destroyed. And then the player can also get destroyed if they get hit enough. This guy does less damage since he has such a wider range. And then the player's dead. I don't have anything set for, like a game over yet. I'm gonna work on that. But yeah, that's my milestone too.